These cups do not label themselves as Stanley Dupes, but they make the same claims about keeping drinks hot or cold. And I had the bright idea, hey, let's test this out in the winter. So what Stanley Cups say that they keep drinks cold for up to 11 hours and hot drinks warm for up to 7 hours. So 7 hours is the time to beat. This cup by Dragon Glassware doesn't make a claim about how long it keeps drinks hot or cold. It just says 4 hours. So let's see how many hours. It is true a watch pot never boils, because I was watching this pot and it's supposed to take 2 minutes to boil and 2 minutes felt like 2 hours. It looks calm on the camera now, but this moment really got chaotic. As soon as I saw that fog come up and realized I was pouring 212-degree water on top of a glass table, I said, oh no, it had to check. I just knew everything was getting ready to shatter and spill. That water fogged up the camera like a pair of glasses, and it immediately made me think of how, normally in the summer, if you go from inside with a cool AC to outside, then your glasses fog up. But it be so hot up in my grandma's house, you go from outside to inside and your glasses fog up. Why is it hotter than outdoors in the middle of August, ma'am? Before we get too deep in the experiment, I did already notice a couple of things that I could have done better that might have made the results a bit better also. I don't know why I was putting this thermometer in here to check the temperature. The thermometer doesn't go past 104 degrees, which I found out later because I was like, why does it keep blinking high? One thing I could have done differently was stop taking the top off to test the temperature. I should have just stick the thermometer in the straw hole in the pink part at the top. That would have stopped letting some of the heat out, which I do think made a big difference. I left one cup on the inside in the room temperature, 70 degrees, 68 to 70 degrees, and I took the other outside and left it in the car. It was 37 degrees outside at 11:48 p.m. I let about 2 hours pass, and then I checked the one inside. Once again, hindsight tells me I should have stopped taking the top off. I don't know exactly how hot it was. This is another thing I could change in the new experiment, get something to give me the exact degree. I don't know how hot it was, just that it was higher than 104 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's how high the thermometer goes. The outside of the container was not hot to the touch at all. The water was piping, but the container just felt cool. The same is true for the container in the car. I had footage of me checking the temperature and that it was still higher than 104 degrees. The smoke coming out looked really cool, but I can't find the footage. All I can find is this.
Yeah, they light on. Yeah.
This is what happens when I try to get my daddy to go outside with me at 2 a.m. Admittedly, I forgot to wake up early to go test it, so there is a large gap. I got an 8-hour gap, but 7 hours was the time to beat. So I would say they held true to their claims for the first cup, because it got down to 67 degrees inside, and at 10:40 something a.m. the water was still 104 degrees. Kind of a big drop from 212, but it's not like I would have been able to drink it at 212 because 104 was still hot. The cup that was sitting in the car pretty much wasn't hot anymore. It was under 50 degrees because that's as low as the thermometer goes. Cold to the touch, but it's fine because if you didn't drink it in those 11 hours, you probably didn't want it anyway. So at about 4:30, the one that was inside had gone from 104 degrees to under 50 degrees. I guess not too crazy for a 6-hour difference. Overall, I would say that these cups would definitely serve their purpose for First on the First. This video is not sponsored in any way, but I do have a couple of different cups that I would like to test out in the summertime. If you enjoyed this, then let me know, and add in the comments, let me know something that I could have done to make this experiment better. Come through with the scientific method. Come on, scientists. Mention some confounding variables that I might not have considered.